it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hey, for the first time, subscribe, become a member of the Slash Squad. I don't always wear two completely different eyes of makeup. Today I'm doing a video that I've wanted to do for a long time, and I've gotten a few messages recently specifically asking for this. This is going to be my favorite tips on applying false lashes. Now, the reason I have two different types of eye makeup on today is I wanted to show you the difference of wearing dark lash glue on a more, dramatic eye versus white lash glue on a more bright and glowy eye. But mostly this is just about the tips that I've learned along the way to make applying false lashes a lot easier and quicker. And a lot of these tips will also make false lashes more comfortable for you. If you've tried it in the past and you did not like it, it could be that you are just wearing them wrong. So let's just jump right into it. These are my favorite tips on applying false lashes. So my favorite everything lashes are the Ardell Demi Wispies. They're natural looking enough where you can use them to just spruce up an everyday look, or you can wear it to a formal event paired with maybe a more bold eye. I did wear a pair of these on my wedding day, and I think it was the perfect balance of glam but not too eye-catching. And most importantly, they're affordable and you can find them at most drugstores. Now, Ardell Demi Wispies do not come with glue. If you are working with a look such as this one where you're going to have dark eyeliner or winged eyeliner, I highly suggest using a dark colored glue. A dark colored glue is really going to help you camouflage the lash band into your makeup. So I am actually going to show you me putting on eyelashes with dark glue on a eye with eyeliner, and then with white glue on a lighter eye with no eyeliner. So this is the Duo Dark Tone Lash Glue. Again, very affordable and available at most drugstores. It has a good strong hold. Again, this is what I used on my wedding day and my lashes stayed on. So I'm gonna demo this first on my eye that I've done winged liner on. Once you have your lashes open, you don't want to pull at the actual lashes. That can cause lashes to come off of the band because they are glued on. So what I like to do is just take my thumb and kind of apply an even pressure to get it off of the plastic. The next thing you want to do is fit the lash to your eye. Now, I am pretty lucky in that the Demi Wispies style specifically is a pretty average size and fits me pretty perfectly. However, I do come across lashes that I need to trim. So what I'll do to test the length of a strip and if it needs any customizing is I will kind of lay it on my lash line as if I'm putting it on. And because it does have that tiniest bit of adhesive from in the packaging, it'll stick on there just long enough for you to figure out if it's too long for you. So as you can see, this fits me perfectly. If it did not fit me perfectly, you might see a little bit of the band kind of coming out away from my outer corner or even poking into my inner corner. Another way to tell if it is too long is if you do this and you can kind of feel the corners poking your skin, then it's too long. If you need to trim your lashes, you always want to trim from the outer corner. So on this lash, it is right here. Because you want the inner corner lashes to stay relatively short because that's what looks natural and that's what's going to be the most comfortable. And you can see there are some clear notches between each bundle of lashes. So what I'll do when I trim is I try to get in between one of those notches to make it a clean cut. Also, if you ever see a little bit of clear band overhang where it's kind of extending a little further than the actual lash, you can snip that as well. But again, the Demi Wispies fit me perfectly and I feel like they work on a lot of different eye shapes just straight out of the box without needing to customize it, which is why it's a great beginner lash even though you're gonna get glam results. Now, before we actually put on our lashes, we're gonna wanna curl and add a thin coat of mascara to our natural ones. This is a pretty big step, especially the curling, because if you forget to do this and then you put on these perfectly curled false lashes, your natural lashes are gonna stick straight out under those fake ones and you're gonna have this really weird double lash effect that looks very, very wrong. So go ahead and give them a nice healthy curl. A coat of mascara is going to help your natural lashes blend in with your false ones. Some people prefer putting on mascara after they've already put on their falsies, but I don't like to do that because I find that you have a good chance of lifting the falsie off your lash that way. So I like to apply it beforehand, and you don't want to go too crazy. You definitely don't want any clumps. You just want a nice thin dark coat. And I'm using the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara for this. And if you normally do your bottom lashes, this is the time to do that. So now it's time to put glue on the lash. So first I do pick it up with tweezers, and I'm going to be applying the lashes with tweezers as well. I've found that this is just so much easier, especially as a beginner, than doing them with your fingers, because if you just hold them with your fingers, I feel like you get less precision, and then the finger kind of gets in the way when you're looking in a mirror and you're trying to get that right placement. It just kind of blocks your vision. So tweezers are a lot thinner and they help you get a really nice, precise application. Throughout the years, I've actually found that it's easier for me to off-center the tweezers a little bit, going towards the outer corner of the lash, and that's also how I apply the lash. You can kind of experiment and see what feels right for you, but I've just found actually recently that that is my favorite way, and I find that it goes on a little bit neater that way. So now let's add some glue. When adding glue, you want to do it in a thin and consistent layer. You definitely don't want it to be too gloopy, otherwise it's going to take forever to dry and it'll probably slide around your eye. So I'm going to go ahead and just run it with a very, very thin squeeze to the tube along the lash. Whoa, bubble. So that is about as thick as you want it. Again, not very thick at all. Now what I will do is I'll add a little bit more to the corners, because those tend to come up first if your lash just doesn't want to stay on your eye. So give it a little bit of reinforcement, just add a little bit more to the corners. Sorry, my glue is clearly super bubbly. Now you want to let the lash glue dry just a little bit. We want it to get a little bit tacky. If you put your lash on just like this, it's probably not going to hold very well. It might start moving before the glue dries, and it's going to migrate away from where you want it. Now the last thing you want to do is blow on it, because that can spread bacteria from the mouth onto the eye. But what I like to do is kind of shake it like a Polaroid picture, and it just helps get it tacky. So you really just only want to wait about 30 seconds. You don't want it to dry out too much, otherwise it's not going to stick to your eye. Once you're ready to place the eyelash, what I like to do is I hold it up to my open eye just to get a feel for where we're putting it. And then we want to tilt downward onto the upper lash line. And we want to get this as close to our lashes as possible without actually gluing them onto our lashes. So again, I like to put the pressure right where my tweezers are first. Let it stick, and then you want to grab the outer corner, lay it down, stick it to your eye, and grab the inner corner and stick it to your eye. Once you have it in place, just let it dry for about a minute. And we definitely got that nice and close to the lashes, and that was all due to that downward motion. Once the glue is dry, you can go in with clean fingers and just gently press your lashes together. So this is just gonna help your natural lashes blend in with the false ones. Now here's the thing, we actually did a pretty dang good job this time, but often, sometimes I find myself having my inner corner just a little bit too high, or maybe I've just lifted them a little high off of the lashes. And what you can do to kind of camouflage that mistake, if the glue is already done and you don't want to start over, maybe you don't have time, you can just go in with your liquid liner and kind of add another line on top and kind of trace the band. And that is kind of my hack when the band isn't really even and it's kind of messing with my eyeliner look. So that's why it's really nice to wear lashes with liner, because you do have that margin for error a little bit more, and you can kind of fix mistakes easier, or camouflage them at least. On the other hand, it is a little bit harder to camouflage mistakes when working with a lighter eye. So let's go ahead and do this same process one more time, but with a light glue. So here you can see I've done a pretty light and glowy eye, so we're gonna add some lashes to this. Now, even if you aren't doing a winged liner or smoky liner or anything on the actual lash line, when you're going to be using lashes, I suggest you still tightline on the upper waterline. What this does is going to thicken everything up, and I find that it will make everything look a little bit more natural. So for this, I'm using the Rimmel Scandalized Cocoa Jaw Liner, which is one of my favorites. It's very creamy and it's waterproof. Now I did already curl my lashes, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my mascara. We've got the lash. We're going to put our tweezers, and like I said, I like to off-center a little bit mine towards the outer corner. You can definitely center them, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. Now, Duo does have a white glue you can get in the same brand, and again, it is very affordable, so I would actually suggest that. However, I ran out, so I'm going to be using a different glue. This is the House of Lashes eyelash adhesive. So I've got a thin layer of glue, just going to add a little bit more to the inner and outer corners and let it dry for about 30 seconds. So we have less margin for error here because we can't fix mistakes with eyeliner, so no pressure. So it's dried, we're gonna go in at an angle, and I'm sorry because this angle is gonna be really hard for me to film. Maybe I'll go this way so that you can see what we're doing. So holding it up to my eye, going in an angle and pressing down. That actually ended up getting placed a little bit too far out than I would have liked, but it's okay. I'm just gonna let the glue dry, and then we're going to push our lashes together. So this one definitely didn't go on as perfectly as the other one, and of course it's the eye that will show you those mistakes, but just to kind of show you what I did wrong, I did accidentally place it a little bit too far outward, and then if you can see here, the lash actually ended up sticking to my lashes and not the lid. It just caught my lash before it caught my eyelid. So that is what not to do. But no, I mean, I think if anything, this shows that it's a learning process, and practice definitely makes perfect, because even for me, after all these years of practicing and really trying to get the hang of what works for me, there are still days where that happens. What I would suggest if you're a beginner is I'd go and buy literal $1 lashes from Daiso or just a normal dollar store and practice with those. Just practice getting them on and placing it right and getting comfortable with the motion. And I also suggest the first time you decide to do lashes for an outing, do it on an eye that you are wearing eyeliner on, so that way you can camouflage mistakes if you have to. And in no time it'll just become muscle memory. So that is it. That is my tutorial on how I put on false lashes. I hope that you learned some new tips that you can incorporate into your makeup routine today. If you like this video and want more of these kind of basic tip ideas, hit the thumbs up button and let me know what you want to learn next in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, become a member of the Slash Squad. If you've done that, high five, hit the bell icon so you know every time a new video goes live. I make new videos every Saturday, and I'm hoping to throw more in the middle of the week in this coming year. I hope to see you in all of them. Bye!